Welcome all. So today's topic is symptoms of Vashikaran or negative energy on your relationship. So I had made a short on the YouTube short section about Vashikaran done on relationships and negative energy on relationship. And then so many of you had written mails to us immediately after listening to that short section that please tell Guru Didi to talk about the love matters, the relationship matters, that how these things can actually be under the influence of Vashikaran processes or negative energies for that matter. So today I will be explaining those symptoms, or I'll be talking about those symptoms in a little detailed manner, okay, rather than just a short section. So let's get started. See, like I mentioned in the section of the shorts video that I had made, that suddenly when you see in your relationship that things have started working against you or against your partner or between both of you, that is the biggest alarming thing. See, these things can actually be in a normal way also, that maybe your partner has lost interest in you because of the other factors, that the fights are going on, or the compatibility issue, if both of you are not compatible enough, or maybe the horoscopes have not been checked in a correct way. All this is normal. I'm not saying that if you're having fights or if you're having any sort of problem, it is everything to do with negative energy. No, that is absolutely not the case that we are talking here. We are talking that when everything is fine, when even your compatibility is not an issue, and suddenly out of nowhere, even you are not understanding and your partner is not understanding that we don't want to fight, or we don't want to get into any sort of an argument or a misunderstanding, still things are happening. So sometimes that gets into your head that this is something, sometimes both of you together as partners realize this, and sometimes one of the partners realizes, the other one does not realize, because what kind of black magic or negative energy or Vashikaran process has been charged towards you really depends on that what is that process about, or in what journey that process will have against you. See, journey is very important. When I say journey, I mean the way it is being linked against you is very important. So one word Vashikaran or one word negative energy cannot define the process that is being designed against you. For that, you will have to get the diagnosis done, the case study which we call, in which that process or that journey against you will be diagnosed. That process against you that is being used will be diagnosed. Okay? So if you go to any tarot card reader, or if you go to any specialist who says that, yes, you are trapped into some sort of a Vashikaran process or a negative energy. Now, it is very important for you people to know, and for any healer to know, to get that thing sorted, that what kind of process is this that's being used against you. So first of all, I am emphasizing on this point because many of you try to skip this point and you're more on the solution part. I completely understand that, because you're going through that turmoil of emotional disturbance and mental disturbance and all of that, losing your partner, that fear, that anxiety, the insecurity. But then we need to understand that this can only be possible if we go through the right channel, the right procedure. Okay, so first make this thing very clear. And it is a paid service, it is not a free service, the case study, because it's not about that I look at your photograph of you and your partner and I just say that, okay, this is happening, or I just read your horoscope. No, it's a 360-degree analysis. It takes 3 to 4 days. Be very clear on this first, okay, and then everything will be revealed in that. The second thing is that maybe one of you is losing interest, or even sometimes your physical compatibility is challenged, majorly challenged, when it comes to someone who really hates you, someone who's really jealous of you. And these people can be your own known people, own family people for that matter. It can be your sister, it can be your brother, it can be your friend, your office people, because see, no one who doesn't know you completely will do anything like this. It's very rare. It's like only 2 to 3% that we have ever seen when it comes to Vashikaran processes or when it comes to black magic cases. It has to be someone of your near and dear ones. okay, who tries to be very nice in front of you all the time, but actually that person is digging your grave actually, okay, behind you. So let's go on to the other symptom. I talked about the physical attraction getting finished. I talked about misunderstanding and things happening. Then comes another bigger aspect to it, is that is the extramarital affair. See, losing attraction does not mean that you will start an extramarital affair with someone, not necessarily, isn't it? This is another aspect. So maybe one of your partner is now into the extramarital affair section. So if this you get to know from somewhere, or you catch hold of your partner doing this, of course in normal circumstances you will leave the partner and you will say disloyalty is just not continued in your life ever, will not be acceptable, okay? That is in the normal circumstances. That's the correct way to go about it, in fact. Okay, there are not two ways about it, that you go to a specialist, get that thing cured. What needs to be cured when the person is disloyal by himself or herself? Okay, I don't recommend any sort of remedy for that. That needs is a thorough action against that person, that get out of my life. You don't deserve me, you're not worth me, isn't it? But here we are talking about if you actually are feeling it strongly that no, there is something which is abnormal. We are only talking about this section. Okay, so if that is also there, that can also be diagnosed. That is also a biggest symptom. Okay, then you see your partner, being lost. When I say being lost, the partner will be just sitting like this, is in her own or his own thought process, looking lost, looking confused. Even the body starts shrinking of the person who's under the black magic process or the Vashikaran process. I mean, it will be as if the person is mentally not very stable. It looks like a retard sometimes. Mind starts working very slow. All of that. Okay. So these are few symptoms, the major symptoms that I'm talking about. Okay, the eyes will start looking to the partner's eyes will start looking towards you. That vision, that sight, that body language will suddenly change towards you. So all these things are there. So you people, if you are actually serious, this is no joke section here. I mean, this is nothing to do with that little fight happens and then you contact us. No, you need to sort your things up yourself. Understand this. It's not for small little reasons you start calling up the specialist or you start getting in touch. That's wrong. Don't do that, because not every time also you actually get the correct specialist. Okay. So these are the few things that I always recommend, that be truthful, be honest with yourself. First of all, you need to gauge first of all with your own self that something is abnormal or not. And once you get that sense, then you should be contacting someone who's genuine enough to tell you that, look, what you're thinking is maybe wrong. Maybe this is just a blockage of your mind and there is something else to do with it. Maybe there is some planetary phase which is going on at that time in your life, which will have this kind of a fight between you and your partner. Or maybe there is some nakshatras which are clashing for that particular phase or that particular yog. When we talk in astrology, there can be so many things. Not just necessary black magic or negative energy or Vashikaran for that matter. That's very important for you people to understand. Okay, so these are the symptoms that I talked about, and I have also explained you the reason that why you should be taking it seriously and getting the case study done. Even if it's not there, at least you will be mentally free after the diagnosis that yes, this needs to be done further ahead, or it does not needs to be done, the cure I'm talking about. Okay, and then you will start working towards your relationships. If it's not something to do with your black magic or Vashikaran or negative energy. Okay, so I think I've talked enough about this, and further on I'll be making another video on the section as to if it's not black magic, then what kind of help you guys can get from us. Okay, because there are many of you who have contacted us for this as well. Okay, so that's about it. I'll see you next week. And yes, these roses I've kept because it's Valentine's and this topic was all about relationships and love and everything. So I thought, why not keep these roses? So it was quite relatable, the topic and these roses. Yeah, and of course flowers always bring positivity. Flowers always brings in happiness. So even if you're going through a bad phase in relationship at this point of time, look at some beautiful things in life, maybe the flowers, the freshness, the color, the roses, and for a few moments you will feel better and your mind will start working towards the productive aspect as to how things can be solved in a more positive manner. See, these are all self-motivating sections you need to do for yourself. Okay, so that's about it. I'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye and Jai Mahakali.